I got 2 words for y'all. Rasul Douglas. What just happened?
Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
What is popping? Who is your man, Club Boy Bills? Welcome to another episode of Wisco Sports, where we get to the analysis of a game. Of course, I just made a video this morning making my predictions, and yeah, I picked the Cardinals to win this game. I feel embarrassed because, yeah, Packers won, and you know what? It's whatever, because I'm happy we won. That is what matters. Final score, 24-21. Can I give so much credit to Matt LaFleur before I even start going over this game? The Packers were without their top 3 wide receivers, their top 2 cornerbacks, their all-pro left tackle, their all-pro pass rusher, their starting center, and their defensive coordinator. And they just beat the NFL's only undefeated team on the road 5 days after they played another game. 4 days or 5 days. I am speechless. This has to be the greatest win in LaFleur's career. The greatest. Well, and now it's an amazing win. We're 7-1. That's an amazing thing to happen. Anyways, some of the stars of today's game had to definitely be our offensive line. My opinion, everyone's going to be like, well, Rasul Douglas deserves MVP of today's game and game ball, and I give credit. He probably did end up winning the game ball, but I think you have to give so much credit to the offensive line for doing exactly what they needed to do to win this game today. So, Rasul Douglas definitely wins game ball, but I think the real person that deserves the credit is our offensive line. Absolutely. Also, the offense really showed that we could do some stuff. We were without our top 3 wide receivers, and we still did stuff. A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones in the backfield, and our offensive line really provided an offense for us. We saw Aaron Jones, 15 catches for 59 yards and a touchdown, as well as 7 catches for 51 yards. You also saw A.J. Dillon, 16 carries for 78 yards. Pretty impressive. You also saw some other guys really trying to step up when you needed to. Randall Cobb, on the other hand, he's caught some touchdowns, but 3 catches, 15 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Randall Cobb doing what he's Randall Cobb. And then you also got Devon Ray Campbell just being an absolute beast whenever. And I think that is definitely something that you can really rely on. But yeah, my game ball is going to probably go to Rasul Douglas, even though the offensive line deserves a lot more credit than normal. The best thing we saw, the defense has found a way to be committed to run. By what I mean is the defense has found a way to be committed, and we found a way to run the ball. Sorry. I said those two things together, and I think they should have been separate. That's why I was a little confused, but I mean, it's after midnight. I have had a long day. And then you also got Deguara involved. I've been wanting to see, this guy was a 3rd round pick last year, and we didn't see him obviously because of an injury, and I really want to see the Packers get him involved. Problem is, we did get some injuries, Robert Tonyan included. He was kind of holding his leg, and then they saw him limping to the locker room, which meant Deguara, I think, is going to have to get more involved. You know, we already got Dominique Daphne and Mercedes Lewis, and they're fantastic blockers, but I feel like Deguara now is going to have a huge pivotal role if we do not have Robert Tonyan available. The injuries were just a huge thing. And then you also saw Kylan Hill go out after getting hit. He decided to be an idiot and take it out of the end zone, and he got hit, but the guy got absolutely worse than him. Stokes didn't have his greatest game. He is still a rookie, but he was matched up against DeAndre Hopkins, so you know what? I'm not going to really go hard on him because he's still young. I mean, he's been having the tasks to face some of the best wide receivers right now, okay? I'm not going to be too hard on him. So give him some time. He's going to develop, and he's going to be very good. And then also you had timeout goal line woes. That was a big issue. You saw all 3 touchdowns that Arizona scored today were runs. 2 by James Conner and 1 by Chase Edmonds. And they were all goal line runs because all in the red zone, and Arizona is a very good red zone offense, especially when they're inside the 5 and they're just going to run it in your face because that's kind of how they are. They don't run the ball that much, only inside certain situations. On the contrary, Aaron Rodgers went 22 out of 37 on the day for 184 yards, 2 touchdowns. He only got sacked once, but it was for no gain at all, so it really wasn't counted as a sack. I thought they'd count that as a run, but they did not. And then also, his quarterback rating was 75. I'm not gonna give. It's not gonna be too much. He didn't do as much, but he still is Aaron Rodgers. And then 2 carries for 3 yards. On the ground game, as already said, A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones pretty much filled the void. On the receiving end, Aaron Jones had led the game with receiving. Robert Tonyan had 3 catches for 49 before getting injured. Juwan Winfrey had 4 for 30. Josiah Deguara had 2 for 20. Cobb had 3 for 15. Equanimeous St. Brown had 2 for 12. And Amari Rogers had 1 for 7. And then Mercedes Lewis had what I thought was going to be a touchdown, but his foot was out of bounds. He caught it one-handed, and that was pretty incredible. On the defensive side, Rasul Douglas, other than the interception, had 9 total tackles. All of them were himself. And then you also saw Devon Ray Campbell have 7 tackles, including a sack and 2 tackles for loss. Dean Lowry also had a sack on the day. And then, of course, Rasul Douglas had 1 interception, and Henry Black, his first career interception, was the other one. For Arizona, Kyler Murray went 22 out of 33, 274 yards, and 2 interceptions. Chase Edmonds had 7 carries for 30 yards and a touchdown, as well as 3 catches for 39 yards. James Conner had 5 carries for 22 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kyler Murray had 6 for 21. And then on the receiving end, DeAndre Hopkins was very limited today. He had only 2 catches for 66 yards. A.J. Reed had 5 for 50. Christian Kirk 4 for 46. Zach Ertz 4 for 42. And Rondale Moore had 3 for 24. On the other hand, Rondale Moore had 1 fumble. That was a huge pivotal play. We got stopped on 4th. We punted it, and he muffed the punt, and we scored. I don't know how. I think it might have been just a field goal, but we scored points because of it, and that's what got us the lead. Jordan Hicks had 12 total tackles, and Jeff Thompson had 10 total tackles. 4 of them were solo. Buda Baker had 7 for 6, and everyone was really on the tackling side doing a lot. And I feel like that was a big key for everybody. One of the big things that obviously happened in this game, so if the Packers weren't able to pull out that unbelievable interception to end the game because AJ Green just does not know what the heck he's doing. They were pinned at the 99-yard line. We tried icing the game by scoring a touchdown. I think that would have obviously iced the game at that point, and we didn't convert. It was unfortunate. They almost went down the entire field at 99 yards and scored a touchdown. And that would have been insane. And, that would have got a lot of people really fired up, because a lot of people would have been like, they should have just taken the points. At that point, I would have said the same thing. And then they would have had to score a touchdown. And you know what? So whatever. But the point was, it wouldn't have mattered if the Cardinals would have scored the touchdown. We would have lost, because we, with however seconds that would be left on the clock, we had no timeouts. So the game was over. We had to score a touchdown. It's pretty much over at this point. So can't do much about it. But we got lucky, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, we happen to be just one of the luckiest teams. We're 7-1, and you know what? We're good. Okay, I gotta be real. We're lucky. Nothing has. I don't think we're at the level of other teams like Tampa Bay or LA. But yes, we just beat Arizona without all these people. I get it, but this was just so lucky. They just happened to have a fluke, and Douglas just happened to take advantage of it. That's the truth. We're just being completely honest. But yeah, great. So anyways, it's Halloween. Hope you have a fun, happy Halloween. Go out, enjoy yourself. Football happens to be on Halloween this year, so at least we don't have to stress watching a Packer game on Sunday, so that's a good plus. And we have a lot of days off until we get ready to go into Arrowhead Stadium and face the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, they're struggling this year. This has not been a promising year for Kansas City, so they're going to be very desperate for a win. So I'm confident that everyone is going to be back. I'm hoping Bakhtiari will be finally back, and Valdez-Scantling will be officially back from the IL. And I'm hoping we can really get up to full strength by the end of the season, but it's going to take a while. It's going to be a long season. I'm definitely excited to see where we stand, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun ride. That's all I can say. So anyways, it's your man Clockboy Bales. Stay tuned for more updates. Subscribe below and comment with your thoughts. And we got a lot of things going on. In the World Series, Braves and Astros are tied 1-1. Obviously, watch the World Series. It's going on. It's fun. And just got to keep rolling with the pack. So anyways, go Pack, go. We'll see you next time.